Alright guys, back again this year with another bow review, and this year I shot, like I always do, the Mathews, Hoyt, and the Prime bow at the bow shop that I go to, and I was super excited to get my hands on the Prime. They changed their cam system this year to a single track. They usually had a dual track system, so I was super excited to shoot that. So yeah, the first bow that I shot was the Prime, and it's the Prime Inline 31, and the specs on that bow are: the bow is 31 inches axle to axle, 332 feet per second with a 7-inch brace height. The weight of the bow is 4.3 pounds. Draw lengths vary from 26 to 30 and a half, and it says draw weights are from 30 to 80 pounds, which is a pretty good variation there, and it's right around $1,100. It comes in a lot of different colors as well. I always like the finish on the Prime bows. They usually are very, very attention to detail on their finish and stuff like that. But yeah, I shot the Prime bow. It was super nice. It's probably the best Prime bow that I've shot over probably ever, honestly. The grips are always really nice on the Prime bows. The draw cycle was pretty nice. Very, very smooth coming back. When you got back into that valley, you had to pull it through a little bit, and the back wall was very solid. Very little hand shock after the shot. I was super impressed with the Prime bow. So the next bow that I shot was the Mathews V3X, and that was a 29-inch edition. The specs on that bow: it is 29 inches axle to axle, 6-inch brace height, 340 feet a second. Draw lengths vary from 25 and a half to 30, and draw weights vary from 60, 65, 70, and 75 pounds, and it's right around 4.47 pounds. And all the bows seem to be over $1,000 this year, or like $1,100, $1,200, which is pretty crazy. But like I said, everything in the world right now is expensive with this economy that we're in and whatnot. But the Mathews was nice. It wasn't as smooth as the VXR that I've been shooting for the last couple of years, but it definitely was a lot smoother than the V3, in my opinion, from last year. The grip was nice, draw cycle was nice. No hand shock whatsoever. The last couple bows that Mathews have came out with, they've really killed that hand shock and the vibration. Super, super quiet. The quietest bow out of the three that I shot, followed by Prime and then Hoyt. The Mathews bows over the years have kind of been the same, in my opinion. I still shoot the VXR, which is right behind me here. They all have the same can systems, a little bit different risers, a little bit different look to them. They tweak a couple little things every single year with sight integration, and how you can integrate your rest into the bow as well. Mathews is always good about tweaking a couple things that really make the bow better for that year, if they don't change much of the cam and the riser and stuff like that. So, but they haven't changed much in the last couple of years, so that's why I was excited to shoot that new Prime and the other Hoyt as well. So the next bow that I shot was the Hoyt Ventum Pro 30, and the specs on that bow are 30 inches axle to axle, 342 feet a second, 6-inch brace height. It weighs 4.45 pounds. The draw lengths go from 25 to 30, and the draw weight is 30 to 80 pounds. And the Hoyts are always a little bit more pricey. They're right around $1,200, so pretty pricey for an aluminum bow especially. But everything's, in the world right now, everything's going up in price. But again, the Hoyt was pretty nice this year. I really enjoyed shooting the Venom from last year. I do enjoy all the Hoyt grips, and this year wasn't any different. The Hoyt grip was nice again. I could still feel a little bit of hand shock in the Hoyt bow that I shot this year, the Venom Pro. It was very smooth. Drawing back, you had to pull through a little bit when you got into the back wall, but other than that, pretty smooth draw cycle, and decently quiet. Not as quiet as the Mathews or the Prime, but another good bow that Hoyt came out with. But I think this year's lineup was pretty good, but I'm definitely super impressed with that Prime bow, the Inline. They switched from that dual track system on the cam to a single track, and they really just hit it out of the park. But yeah, a lot of good bows this year. Get out to your local bow shop and shoot them, and pick for yourself. See you guys in the next video. God bless.